Okay, so today we are going over an old method that I used to farm plats with, and it's decently reliable. Maybe not the best, right? I mean, it's certainly not the best because later on you'll realize there are more efficient ways to earn plats, but this is not a bad method either. So with this method, what you do is you try to get this mod called Rhime rounds. Okay, this mod sells for 30 plats on the market, and you acquire this mod by doing a spy mission in Lua, and you unlock this planet after doing the second dream. Now basically, if you don't have done second dream, you have to do that, and this plat method has low requirement. All right, you don't need tons of setup or anything. You just need a Wukong, and Wukong is pretty easy to get. You can get it in the dojo. If you go to dojo over here, our dojo, and if we go to Tenolab, you can basically see a Wukong. And once you craft this Wukong, first, Wukong is a good warframe to have in general. You hold Q, go to research labs, go to Tenolab, right? Go to Tenolab, fast travel over there. Once you're in Tenolab, you'll see here we have Wukong. Now obviously our Wukong is being researched. It will be done in 5 hours, but you can replicate this blueprint by his parts, right, after the research has been done, and then you can craft the Wukong for yourself. I really recommend either crafting Wukong, or if you have money, getting or plats, getting Wukong Prime, because Wukong is a really good investment to have, and he's used for any survival mission. He's decently fast, right? I mean, not as fast as Titania, which is really fast, but Wukong can go through lasers and everything, so he's perfect for spy mission. Now this is the build I'm running with Wukong. There's a sprint boost, right? So with Wukong you have to use his second ability to travel fast. You travel as a vapor, so you don't activate any alarms or anything, and this depends on your sprint speed. All right, so the more sprint speed that you have, the faster you're gonna be. So what I'm ideally looking for, if I'm building Wukong from scratch, right, what I'm trying to do is make sure to get a high duration, right? Because the longer the duration, the further I can travel, because the more the ability is gonna last for. That's why we have 288 duration, right? So what we want is as high duration as we can. We need a little bit of energy as well, right? Because I don't think I have put flow over here. If you forma your Wukong can fit a flow, but I haven't put a flow, and I have 195 energy, and I'm kind of making do with 195 energy. But honestly speaking, if I could fit a flow in here, I'd be really happy. So energy is you could say second priority, right? First priority is your duration. You want as much duration as possible. Yeah, and then after that you want sprint, as much sprint speed as you can. Look, squad receives 15% sprint speed, I need that. Rush, more sprint speed, I need that. And those 2 extra slots, you can basically put rush in the exhaust slot as well, and you will have 2 mod slots left that you can put quality of life things. For example, we already have streamline. You can put there is a mod that generates energy. I forgot what is it called. Energy nexus, yeah, regenerates 3 energy per second. It's really good quality of life mods to have. So if you can spare formas, because I haven't formatted my Wukong, if you can spare some formas, and if you have the time, and if you want to like fully kit him out so that he's as comfortable to use, right, then what I would recommend is unlock this exhaust warframe slot, put rush over there, put flow over here, and then put energy nexus over here. So with this build I'm getting very high duration, right, very high duration, really decent amount of sprint speed, and obviously molt efficiency is for even more duration, and then energize is for the energy problems, because as you can see I haven't put my flow yet. So if I put a flow, it's gonna be a lot better. For Archon shards you don't need it, but I have put Amber Archon shards. It says plus 30% energy is filled on spawn. I do this because when I spawn in, I'll already have a bit of energy, and I recommend running Xeneric with it, because Xeneric will give you a little bit of energy to use, right? Because if you have like a backup energy, it's going to be very comfortable for you to use Wukong. Now for guns, you can bring whatever you want. I have brought Felarx because it's easier, but honestly I can get away with AX52, even Boltor, because you don't really need to shoot anything, but Felarx for me. For weapon, I put Leaf Prime. You can put whatever you want, again not an issue at all, right? So back to the Wukong. This is the Wukong build that I've already showed you, and mine is not even built, so you can like deck out your Wukong even more. Now I'm gonna go over to the console. Non-steel path, you see this, like for the requirement for this is very simple. You don't even need steel path, you just need the normal mission, and you can finish this in under 5 minutes if you are lucky, even under 3 minutes, but you have to be really good at movement for that. Now one more thing that I forgot to mention, if I go over to my Wukong Prime, you will realize I have put Molt for his 4th ability, Saren's. This is Saren's Subsume ability, right? If you don't know what subsuming means, it basically means that you can feed your Warframe, right? You can feed your Warframe so that like it consumes the Warframe, right? This thing, you can feed your Warframe over here, it consumes your Warframe and it gives you an ability of the Warframe. You can't decide which ability it will give you because you can only extract one ability from one Warframe and you can't have any other ability, right? So you see Fire Blast is from Ember, right? Evade is from Cytonine, Eclipse is from Mirage, Breathe Surge is from Wisp. I can put this in my Wukong or anything. So I subsumed Saren's 4th ability so that her 4th ability, what it does, it gives me more sprint speed, right? So that means I'm gonna travel even faster. So I have subsumed Saren's 4th ability on my Wukong. Again, you don't need to do this, but I did it because I wanted to be more efficient than usual. Now you'll unlock this planet called Lua. You'll go to this Pavlov mission, non-steel path. Make sure it's not steel path, because steel path is just a hassle, right? You can do it on steel path, but what's the point? It's just making things harder than it needs to be. Now we're gonna spawn in to the mission, and as soon as I spawn in, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press 5, go to my operator mode, press my first ability, because I picked Zenwick, right? My first ability, what it does, it regenerates my energy. As you can see, it's regenerating quite fast. So even if I don't have energy nexus, this is helping me a bit. Obviously if you have energy nexus, it's gonna be better. Now I'm gonna use my 4th ability, Saren's. If you haven't subsumed Saren's ability, no problem, but I have, so I'm gonna use my 4th ability. I'm gonna use my 2nd ability. Now I'm flying over, and first I'm gonna head to A side, okay? Now within this map, A side and B side can be exchanged, so the layout for A side can sometimes be applied over to B side and vice versa, okay? So don't take it as the fact that, oh, A site is gonna have this kind of layout. It depends, but A site and B site will have this same layout. It just sometimes B site will have this one or A site will have this one. Now when you come to this area with the console, you're supposed to hack this console, right? And once you hack, the door is gonna open. This could be B site as well, but for me it was A site, okay? And you're gonna have to fly over to that side. Again, hack this console. This door opens, fly over to this side. I'm gonna use my 4th ability. I'm gonna use my 2nd ability. I can fly through the lasers, and once I am here, I go through the door and I go down. Once I go down, there's a portal there that'll teleport me to another dimension. So I'm in a different dimension. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my 4th ability, go through these lasers, flying through these lasers, go through this door, and there's a pressure plate over here that I need to step on. Now as soon as I step on the pressure plate, right? As soon as I step on the pressure plate, I'm gonna have to go through that door where A is written, okay? So I'm gonna step over there. I step on the pressure plate. The lasers are gone. I'm flying. Now I'm over at A side. Now I'm gonna hack this console. Bam. A side is hacked. Okay, A side is hacked. Now I'm gonna have to go back through this portal.
This console has been severely
Through the portal. I'm gonna use my 4th ability, and I'm gonna use my 2nd ability to fly over here so that I can head to B side. Now B side, for me it's gonna be a little bit
Heavy unit
more difficult than east side, but it's not really that
The
difficult.
scanners
Like
have
you
detected
could, okay, for you could have this layout.
East and must be erased.
Hold on. For you could have this layout for A side. For me, it happened to be on B side, but you could have this layout on A side as well. It's random, so don't panic or anything. You can be assured that sometimes the layout switch. Now, with this kind of layout, what you're supposed to do is
nearby.
you're supposed to shoot this thing, right? You shoot this button.
We'll start destroying
It's gonna
data.
open this door, right? And then you see this portal over here.
From the void.
You see this crack windows. Keep note of that, okay? You see this portal. You're gonna go inside this portal. Once you're inside this portal, you're gonna hack this console, okay? You're gonna hack this console or activate it, I guess. And then the windows is gonna open. Now shoot this portal again and go inside the portal. Yeah? Hold on, let me show you these guys. Now what I want you to do is I want you to fly with your Wukong through here, or even if you don't have Wukong, it's fine, but it's better to have Wukong. Fly through here, right? Over here. Hold on. I'm gonna go back again so that I can show you more clearly. Okay? I'm back over here. I'm gonna fly through the lasers, take the right, go straight, go straight. You'll see there's a little bit of hole over here. You're gonna have to stay over this hole. So make your way over through here to this hole. You're gonna fly again, fly. You see this first one? Ignore this, look for the second one. This is the second one. Go inside the second one, okay? After that,
This console
follow
has
this
been
white
secured.
area. You're gonna find this. You see the portal over here? Go inside this portal. And then you go teleport it here. You can hack it, obviously. So I'm gonna hack it. Or if you have Cypher, you can skip it as well. But for now, I'm just gonna hack it.
Data
Okay.
extracted.
So I hacked it.
No, it's gone.
Now this door opens. I can go through this portal, right? Now the only site remaining is C side. Okay. So let me activate
Stay
my
focused. There's a
mute,
heavy
my
unit
fourth ability. I'm going to C side. Now C side can be slightly annoying because it's a little bit harder than side A or side B. Okay, so this is C side. You see, this is C side. Once you're inside C side, you're supposed to take a right. Take a right over here. See this button? Shoot this over here. The door opens. Go inside. There's a portal. Go inside the portal, right? Once you're inside the portal, you're gonna find this console. Disable this. Hack it. The door's gonna open. After that,
Trigger the alarms now
you came
and
from
we'll
there,
start
but this door is
destroying
locked.
data.
Ignore that. Follow me. Go over here. Go to this area. A console's gonna pop open. Disable security. You're gonna do this. You're gonna hack this. It's gonna disable security. Okay. You're gonna go inside. Now there is the laser there. You see this? There's this. Hold on. There's this window over here. So you're supposed to use a second ability. Fly inside. Shoot this window. Okay. Shoot this window. Shoot this one as well. Go inside. Use a second ability again through the lasers. Okay. Or if you are titanium, you can make your way through the small lasers. That works as well. Step on this pressure plate, right? As soon as you step on it, you press the second ability because the door is gonna close. You see, I made it in the nick of time, but oh, I got teleported here instead. So I kind of messed up, right? So even though I messed up, okay, I cannot go back. Okay. You're gonna get to this room after making your way through the portal. I think it's gonna be better if I show everything from the start. Okay, never mind, I cannot show you from the start. But you can enter through the portal, yeah? And then you're gonna find this lasers over here. You go through these lasers into this portal. Step over here, use the second ability, fly, make your way over here. Hack this console. Yeah. And what I want you to do is I want you to stand over in this corner of the pillar. Stand right over here, you see, and aim over here. As soon as the button comes, shoot. What this happens is this container is dropped. Shoot the container. It's gonna open the wall over here. You're gonna fly, through over here inside this portal. Remember, portals can be a little bit confusing, so keep that in mind. Even I got confused, right? Go over here, hack this. Hold on. Hack it, we hacked it. Now you can extract.
Extraction with no alarm.
Enter through the portal, and now you can extract. However, because I glitched out a little bit, I'm gonna show you this whole thing again. Okay, so you shoot this over here, enter through the portal, hack this console. This door is gonna open. After that, you make your way through this area. The console is gonna pop up. You're gonna hack the console. You're gonna use a second way. You're gonna fly over here. And then you're gonna go inside this. There's gonna be a grate over here. You're gonna shoot the grate. Go inside this. And then not in these areas. You're gonna go over here. You're gonna go inside over here. You're gonna step on this pressure plate. Once you step on it, you're gonna fly. You're gonna fly. Then you're gonna take a right. Then you're gonna take another right. And then you're gonna end up in this room, right? Shoot the portal. Can enter into this area. And then you're gonna have to go inside over here. There's gonna be lasers over here. You're gonna go inside, take a right. You're gonna end up in this version. Go inside again. There's gonna be more lasers. You're gonna avoid them. You're gonna step over here. Once you oh, look how closely it put down. After you enter inside, the process is the same, but because I already entered, I cannot go back in again. So I'm just gonna be heading towards the extraction for now through the console, but that's how you do it. I know Seaside was a little bit confusing. I honestly hate it as well, but
Stay focused.
once you get used to it, you can do it pretty fast. And it's 30 plus you're talking about, you know. Normally what I recommend this method to players who want like who wants to start off in
Complete.
Plat
Excellent work,
street, and you know. Okay, unfortunately we didn't get Rhime rounds, right? If we didn't get Rhime rounds, unfortunately. But if we had gotten it, it would have been 30 Plats. Now, I recommend this method to people who are just starting out, right? Who are just starting out in earning Plats, because most of the players don't have consistent way of earning Plats, or they rely on opening relics, which is also a good method. But for beginners, I think consistency is better than anything else. So this time I'm gonna go do the same mission. Like if you look at it, it took me 9 minutes to finish it because I was explaining what to do. I'm gonna go back into the same mission. I'm gonna try to finish it under 5 minutes, which should be really easy. Okay, so I may not speak that much, or even if I do, I may not explain what I'm doing because I've already explained everything before. So I'm just gonna show you what doing everything in high speed looks like.
Tenno.
If
We're here to
it was my normal run, this is the pace I'll be doing.
information.
Which I'm gonna go over to east side, through here, and take a little bit of a detour. I'm gonna hack this, over here.
In the console. Trigger the alarms now and they will start destroying the data. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I'm go inside.
Be on the lookout for increased security measures.
Gonna hack this.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. This console has been severely damaged. Can't get anything
Then I'm
out
gonna
of it.
go over to east side. That janky door kind of
No
fucked me
detection
over.
from enemy sensors.
So going over to east side.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. The moon's sudden exit from the void has had unforeseen consequences. Be on the lookout for localized continuity disturbances. You may be able to turn these to your advantage. This console has been severely damaged. You can't get anything out of it in this state.
No.
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms.
Oh, there's a giant modifier over there. Now I'm heading over to seaside.
This console has been severely damaged. You can't get anything out of it in this state. You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Whoa, got a little confused. Kinda got glitched out. Sometimes you can glitch out and go inside the portal twice. You should kinda screw you over, so you gotta be careful of that.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. We have everything we came for. Get to
We're gonna
extraction.
get to extraction as quick as we can.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
So if you look at the time, it's gonna be less than 5 minutes, 3 minutes 33 seconds. Unfortunately, we didn't get Rhime rounds, but 3 minutes 32 seconds, which isn't bad. Okay, so after running a bit of calculations, what I've come to realize is one run. Now this is a bit more maths driven, and I did take the help of ChatGPT over here. So what I've come to realize is, if I'm taking 4 minutes run average, because not everyone can do 3 minutes or sub 3 minutes run. Okay, so I'm taking 4 minutes run average, and it within those 4 minutes run, you can do about 15 runs in an hour, right? And the chances of Rhime rounds dropping is about 7.37%, right? So that means if you if you run this mission for an hour, you'll have chance of getting at least 1 Rhime rounds, which is not good. Alright, so that you only get 30 plats if you just sell Rhime rounds. But you can sell 2 more mods from this mission. The first mod is called Blood Rush, which is the one that I've got over here. Blood Rush. This sells for 10 plats. And the thing about Blood Rush is can be dropped separately. So if you're lucky, you can get Blood Rush as well as Rhime rounds, okay? Which is awesome. Now the next thing you can get instead of Rhime rounds is called Scattering Inferno, which has the same drop chance as Rhime rounds, but it only sells for 10 plats as well. Technically 9. Some are selling for 8, some are selling for 9, some are selling for 10, but I averaged it out to 9 plats. And doing the math, if you are able to sell Blood Rush as well as Scattering Inferno as well as Rhime rounds in an hour, you are bound to make about 60 plats profit, 61 plats, which I'll admit is not the greatest, but for people who are just starting out and want some amount of plats for whatever they're gonna do, this is not a bad amount at all. Okay, so take this method how you will. You get about 61 plats profit, because I just got Blood Rush over here, that's 10 plats. And if I get Rhime rounds, which I will get at least 1 of it in an hour, right? So with all of the calculations, you're supposed to get about 61 plats per hour, which is meh at best, but it doesn't require any high kind of investment. You just need a Wukong, and Wukong is really easy to get. So thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you. Peace.